Is protest in Kenya a tool for justice or a career strategy? Boniface Mwangi and Raila Odinga have both built reputations around resistance, chaos, and speaking truth to power. But critics say they both thrive in disorder. Raila turns protests into political office. Mwangi gains international donor support.
There has got to be some kind of structure. Not all the 6,000 people or the 3,000 people, who will sit at the national level will lead this particular process. That's why I'm asking, who leads the structure, the national structure?
The national, no, these people haven't spoken. No,
So Boniface Mwangi was arrested just one day after filing a regional court case against 3 East African governments. The charge? Terrorism. Raila Odinga, on the other hand, has faced house arrests, detentions, and decades of political backlash, but always emerged more powerful, especially inside government. Both men have one thing in common. When protests erupt in Kenya, they rise. And now Kenyans are asking, is protest their path to power or their business model?
To tell Raila Odinga that the Luhya nation now has unmasked you as a conman, and we will not support you anymore. You are living your last days.
Msee Raila, ni mkora, ni conman sasa nimeamini.
It's not a crime. You've done nothing wrong. I am innocent.
On July 18th, 2025, Boniface Mwangi and Ugandan journalist Agasa Atuhaire filed a petition at the East African Court of Justice. The petition accused Tanzania, Kenya, and Uganda of coordinated human rights abuses, abduction, torture, and sexual violence. In just 24 hours later, Mwangi was arrested in Machakos. No prior summons, police raided his home, confiscated electronics, and accused him of terrorism linked to recent protests. The evidence? Weak. The search warrants? Fake. The message? Crystal clear. You cross a line, you get silenced.
We have done nothing wrong. Activism is not terrorism. Activism is not a crime. We have done nothing wrong. I am innocent. I've been arrested for doing nothing. They came to my house without a search warrant.
But critics raised a different concern. Some whispered, was this chaos convenient? Did it boost his relevance just when his visibility was fading? Now step back. For 4 decades, Raila Odinga has been Kenya's face of opposition. He has led mass actions, boycotts, parallel vote tallies, and even declared himself the people's president in 2018. Every major wave of political unrest, 2007, 2013, 2017, 2023, has one constant. Raila rides the storm and gains. He rarely organizes the chaos, but he's always there to negotiate after the smoke clears.
Because your opponents are saying you're calling for dialogue because it will benefit you as a person, or your allies. You're calling for dialogue that will have you sit there, or your allies sit there, and eventually the process will result in something beneficial to Odinga and his allies.
Not at all.
You'll not come in at any point?
If I were to come in, I just come in as a participant. Even Ruto cannot just come in as a participant. He's not coming there as a president. It's as an individual, if it's included.
His critics, they say Raila dances on the graves of protesters, using their pain to secure political deals. Handshake after handshake, seat after seat. Here's where the parallels with Boniface Mwangi become unsettling. Both men rise to relevance during unrest, criticize the state in emotional terms, inspire loyalty among followers, face real state repression, and then use it to amplify their platforms.
One time!
I'm a free man! To my family!
Boniface speaks the language of donors and global justice. Raila speaks the language of Wanjiku and electoral injustice. But both feed off one thing: disorder. No protests, their power wanes. No outrage, their spotlight dims.
Prime Minister, the Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga.
Raila's protest gains are political: cabinet positions, co-governance, budget allocations. Mwangi's gains are platform-based. He's accused of receiving funding from international donors whenever he leads or inspires uprisings. Is that wrong? Not necessarily, but the pattern is undeniable. Both men are most powerful during breakdown. And in Kenya's fragile democracy, that raises tough questions. Are protests a tool to fix the system or just part of the system? Raila used to dominate the streets. Now, younger voices like Boniface and the Gen Z movement are dismissing him. Boniface has even said, quote, Raila has lost moral authority. The protests are no longer his, unquote. That power shift matters because Kenya's streets are no longer defined by ethnicity. They are increasingly digital, urban, and defiant. The old opposition versus the new resistance. For Raila, the endgame has often been negotiated power. For Boniface, it's justice through exposure, petitions, international media, court filings. But in both cases, protests are the path. And when they are broke, when they are sidelined, when they are politically cornered, the streets start burning. Boniface, Mwangi, and Raila Odinga don't just protest. They strategically occupy protest space to grow influence, locally and globally. And maybe the hard truth is this: in a country where formal institutions fail, the only way to rise is through chaos. But when chaos becomes a career, who really loses?
Remember how 1982 did not come out to be successful. The same Raila Odinga, a coward, betrayed his comrades. The same way he betrayed me.
Betrayed his comrades?
They were hanged, he was not. Why? Have you ever wondered why Raila was not hanged and Ochuka was? Ochuka was simply a senior private in the army, in the Air Force, right? So who could have been the leader of that movement? A private in the army or Raila Odinga, the son of Jaramogi? Who had the money to fund the coup? Ochuka, private, was earning less than 10,000 shillings. Could actually do a coup? Have you guys wondered? But he was hanged.
Wow.
Uriwa Hongo was hanged. Ogido Bon was hanged. Many others, junior officers, were hanged. Raila Odinga survived. How? Ask yourself. How was Raila saved? What saved him? Because he betrayed his comrades, just like he betrayed me.
What do you think? Newsroom, Maisha TV, Bushabi Jr.